Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if this is your first time being here. My name is Melissa. This is Empowered Gems Tarot, and today we're going to be doing a pick a card all about how your person feels about you, blunt AF. But this one's going to be kind of a no to low contact version. For those of you that are in low to no contact with your person, and you are wanting to understand how they're truly feeling about you at this time. I'm also really excited because in today's reading, I'm going to be previewing my newest deck. This is called the Empowered Emotions Oracle by me, Empowered Gems Tarot. So we're going to be using this deck in each of the readings today. And I'll also have a section at the very end of today's video where you guys can look at all of the cards up close and personal. So we'll do like a little deck preview, and then links to purchase will be in the description box down below if you're interested to get one of your own. So getting into a couple of disclaimers. Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages will vary and how specifically they're going to resonate with each individual viewer or situation out there. So as a best practice, as you are watching your chosen reading, if anything is feeling confusing or just doesn't really feel like it fits what you know your situation to be, take those as indications that today's messages are not for you and they're meant for somebody else out there in the collective that is watching your chosen reading. Okay. I do title this reading Blunt AF because my goal and intention is to give you guys like the honest, grounded truth of what I'm seeing in the energies and to not sugarcoat messages to make them sound better than they actually are. So of course, like if we see all the lovey-dovey, the feels, like all the stuff, we're going to talk about that, but I'm also going to be honest with you guys if I'm seeing the opposite of that as well. I just don't want anyone in my coming to my readings to get any false hope from the reading if it's not there, right? So with that being said, now that we've gotten through our disclaimers, let's go ahead and select your reading for today. So we have 3 to choose from. If you're drawn to reading 1, we're working with the Tarot de la Nuit, and we have this Spirit Quartz. If you're drawn to reading 2, we are working with the Romantic Tarot and this Malachite. And if you're drawn to reading 3, we'll be working with the Wild Reflections Tarot and this Aqua Obsidian Heart. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about the person that you are in low to no contact with and how they're truly feeling about you and what you need to know. Select the deck or crystal that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Tarot de la Nuit and this beautiful Spirit Quartz, this is going to be your reading. And today we're looking into a no to low contact situation. And specifically, we're going to try to understand your person's true feelings toward you, blunt AF. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start with just looking at their energy toward you at this time as it pertains to their feelings. Okay, so Spirit for group 1. Where does this person stand energetically when it comes to their true feelings for group 1, my viewer? We have a karmic partner. And we have summer. We do also have the energy of crossroads here at the bottom of the deck. So I kind of feel like this person is at an understanding here that it's like time to make some sort of decision. Whether it's a decision about this connection or a decision about their life in general. It seems like there's something in their life that has been a bit dull. Oh, we have a third party here coming out as well. So there we go. It's interesting to see that third party because I see 3 people here. So this is very likely a third party situation for some of you guys out there. Third party doesn't always have to mean that they have like another love interest. It could also just be like work things, or like if we notice how this building is in the shape of a wedge, it's like there's something that is a wedge between you and your person from their perspective, where like there's a block here. It makes it more difficult. But there's something in this person's life where I feel like they're at a crossroads because it's dull, it's gray. They feel like they're settling for circumstances that are not the circumstances that they idealize for themselves here. And I feel for some of you guys, like maybe this person with this teddy bear, this is making me think of like childhood or comforts. Like, are they settling for something out of comfort? Are they settling for something because this is what they were shown in childhood is what you do? There's definitely a decision that they're awakening to, that they're at a crossroads in here. And it may have to do with commitment, as that card is showing itself to us. So where they stand, we've got karmic partner and we have summer. So there's definitely a lesson for this person. And, sometimes when we see a karmic partner, this can talk about somebody who we've like contracted with spiritually. If you guys believe in this, may not be the case for all, but it can talk about like a spiritual contract that we have with someone from a previous lifetime, where you guys are kind of showing up in each other's lives. You're teaching each other tough lessons. And I think the lesson that you guys are, or this person is learning through you, is to be decisive about like what it is that they actually want. It feels like their life is filled with gray and dullness. And there's something about you that brings like more fun and light and like illumination. Like when I think of the summer, I think of like how it's warm. It's warm, it's hot, it's playful. We have the beach here, right? I think there's something about this connection that has really opened up your person in a way that maybe they haven't been opened in a while. Okay. So let's keep going. Group 1. How do they feel about you? So Spirit, how does this person that group 1 is asking about truly feel about them? What's the tea? We have the Hierophant. The Two of Cups. Wow. The Temperance card. Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. And then we've got Strength at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull just one more Oracle card here. How do they feel, Spirit, about my group 1 viewers? Truth be told. Lots of cups. There's a lot coming through. We have surrendering, Saturn, wow. And then we have protection, Scorpio energy. This person has really, I think, very deep, intense feelings about you, group 1. I almost feel like I'm noticing in this Two of Cups, the Two of Cups talks about harmony and love, and like, we're going to look at the Empowered Emotions deck in a bit to kind of see if we can expand on these feelings, which we will. But the initial vibe that I get from this is that this person feels very like entangled or very enmeshed when it comes to their feelings for you. Like, I'm even noticing how it almost looks like they're standing in front of a cross and there's all these like brambles and there's like blood on their dresses and stuff like that. It feels like when I think of a cross, I think of a sacrifice, or I think of something, Yeah, I think of like a sacrifice and all those brambles. It's like there's a thorny energy to this. So it's like even though there is this like emotional resonance that they feel with you, this compatibility they feel with you, this harmony, I think they're very like sexually attracted to you guys as well with the Strength card. I actually feel that in their energy really strong. But there's something about this where it's like the Nine of Cups in reverse, like they don't feel like they can get what they want, or they can't get their needs fully filled here. For some of you guys, if this is a third party situation, like if you know that your person is with someone else or dating someone else or whatever, like I'm just drawn to the fact that we have two feminines here. And it's making me kind of feel like this person with the Hierophant, especially, like maybe they are married or have like traditional responsibilities. I also feel like this person could be comparing you to whoever they're with and like feeling really dissatisfied with the choices in front of them. Again, there's something in their life that's very gray. Yeah, I do think there's like a comparison energy, or like I have to make a choice energy. And it may not even be that they're choosing between you and another person, but it's like, what life do I want to lead is kind of what I get from it, more big picture. So it's like I feel they want to come toward you, but they want to do it very cautiously, very carefully. I think they have very deep feelings with Scorpio here and all of these cups. But like with Scorpio, that's also a very protective and a very guarded energy. So this person may not be the most emotionally expressive. And this person with the Hierophant and this Saturn energy, they, I feel, are really leaning into like tradition. What are the traditions? What are my responsibilities that I'm supposed to be upholding right now? If this is like in a professional setting, they could be thinking about, I need to be professional. I want to be professional with pile one, right? But these are all kind of things that are on their mind. This is almost like giving me the no contact, how it played out. I feel like for some of you guys, you and this person had some sort of emotional intimacy here. I don't know about physical intimacy because I'm not fully seeing that. I think there's attraction for sure that they're like suppressing and pushing down, but like it almost feels like you guys had this emotional intimacy and this person has distanced themselves. Like maybe they're the one that's gone no contact, but it has to do with the fact with Saturn that they, with the Hierophant, have like these other responsibilities that they feel that they need to, adhere to, a lifestyle, a life they've built, something like that. I think with the Nine of Wands though, they're getting really burnt out. It's like they're trying to sit on this, this Hierophant throne, like this energy of like, my tradition and my responsibilities and my commitments. But with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I think they're getting really exhausted. And I feel like maybe a part of this connection has like woken this person up. Like you guys open them up in a way to like maybe what it is in their life that they've been settling for, or where things have been dull or gray, because they're showing me as being unfulfilled with the Nine of Cups in reverse. We also have Temperance here with the Three of Cups. So I think that this person, when it comes to you, they feel like they need moderation. It makes a lot of sense with Strength being here as well. Especially you guys, I feel like as we're getting into this reading, I do feel like this person is in another commitment, or there's like a work thing here that makes things a bit sticky. But like there's definitely an energy of like needing to take their time, needing to engage with you in moderation. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is not like a no contact, but maybe more of a low or minimal contact situation. They need moderation because they are like pushing down their feelings and impulses and urges. And I think a part of them with this Three of Cups in reverse, like doesn't fully trust themselves to be able to moderate their impulses around you, right? Even when we look at this is like a very playful, kind of flirty energy, whimsical energy. They feel like they need to keep themselves balanced, right? And I think with the Three of Cups, they see that there's like this tendency here to overindulge or to cross a line. So we're going to go into the Empowered Emotions Oracle, my new deck, just to get some further clarification on their feelings here toward you. But if you guys want to see more of the deck, I'm going to do a full flip through at the end of the reading. So stay tuned. It'll be timestamped in the description box down below. So Spirit, what are their true feelings and emotions toward group one, please? We have calm. Stable, interesting, okay. excited and impulsive, exactly what I was saying. And then we have awkward. There's something about these circumstances where like maybe they have some remorse here. They feel, I don't know, just like a little bit awkward being around you because of how attracted they are and how strong their emotions are toward you. So how do they feel? I think for a lot of them, you do have a calming presence on them. You also get them, it's very like, there's something about like, I think them just leaning into this role of the Hierophant that helps to keep them calm. Like they just kind of anchor themselves into how am I supposed to behave within these circumstances? What are my commitments? What's my role in pile one's life? That is how they keep themselves calm around you. I think they see you and they feel like you're someone who's a very stable fixture in their life. But I feel like this is also kind of like the crossroads that this person is at, which is like, I think they've been valuing stability over emotional connection for a really long time. And you guys really stir up something in them that feels exciting. And it brings like this attraction and this magnetism with it that they sort of push down. And so I think that's part of why they feel so awkward around you, is because they're just like pushing down their natural impulses here, you know? Ooh, I just got goosebumps. So I definitely think that's confirmation. So what do they see this connection as right now, Spirit? What is this person currently viewing the connection as? We have sexual connection. I want to get you out of those clothes. So yeah, they're super attracted to you. But I feel like they push it down. We have judgmental. Your expectations won't allow you to see this for what it could be. I feel like this person could have like a little bit of a fixed mindset when it comes to like how they interact with you or the way they interact with you. I feel like maybe they've put some sort of judgment call on it or put some sort of expectation on it that closes them off to being able to experience the connection in a different way than what they might think they want, you know? They also might be worried about what other people think about them too, or like maybe they feel like other people are watching or there's visibility here and they want to make sure they come across as like professional, stable, like whatever. We also have the chaser. Likes what they can't have or what is not good for them. That's interesting. They have this like impulsive energy, you guys. They feel very activated and drawn toward you, but this feels like somebody who is like actively suppressing. And I just want to say that just because this talks about liking what's not good for you or what you can't have, like it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you guys. It's just that like this person, I think they do know or they're learning, right? That like engaging with you in their current circumstances is not good. It's not good for them. It's not good for you. Maybe there is a little bit of like, I want the thing that I can't have, but I really do feel like this person has been settling in their life. I think they feel like if they were to act on their impulses, they would be settling for that behavior, even though it's like they have a lot of desire for you. But yeah, I think that they just have a lot of gray in their life and you guys bring in a lot of color, you know, in a way. You open this person's heart up in a way that maybe they haven't experienced in a long time. But it's like they're actively pushing it down. So let's just close it out with like what they want to say. Okay, group one. So what would this person say to my group one viewers, Spirit, if they were being truthful and honest about their feelings? We have foolish. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. You know, like that's what I'm hearing in my head. So I feel like if this person has already had some sort of an indiscretion with you, I think what they're coming to the realization of is that like they're the problem, right? I think if your person is super evolved and awakened, they're realizing that they're the problem. Like if they're in a situation, whether it be with you or with somebody else, where it's gray or they feel like they're settling, right? The answer is not to go somewhere else. The answer is to think about, okay, how do I water where I'm planted? You know what I mean? So maybe this person is either like actively trying to make an impulsive decision here when it comes to you, or they've already kind of strayed in their situation and they're realizing that that's not going to be the answer to their problem. Okay. We have reconciliation. We will be together again soon. So yeah, they definitely want to come back around and reconnect. This doesn't feel like a situation where they're ghosting, or it feels very active. One more, please, Spirit. And then we have influence. You've affected my life significantly. Yeah, you guys have definitely made a huge impression on them. We have mute. I've thought about reaching out to you, but then I stopped myself. So yeah, this is low to no contact. I think mostly because this person is, with the strength card, practicing a lot of self-restraint here in this connection. So this is what I see, group one. Comment below. Let me know kind of like what's been happening with your person and how you feel like this message resonates. Again, if you guys are curious to see my deck, I'll have the full flip through and preview of it timestamped in the description box down below with links on where you can go to buy if you want to support. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey group two, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the romantic tarot and this beautiful malachite crystal, this will be your message. So we're looking into a low to no contact situation today and checking in on how your person feels about you, blunt AF. So let's go ahead and jump in with your person's current energy with regard to this connection and their feelings. So Spirit, for my group two viewers, where does this person stand energetically when it comes to their connection? Where does this person stand energetically when it comes to their connection, please? Okay, we've got two falling out. We've got solitude, and then we have pride and ego with inner child at the bottom of the deck. So you guys may have really activated this person's inner child here. So if they've been behaving in a certain type of way that you don't understand, I would just say, like, there's something to be mindful of, is that there's something deeper going on with your person, and they themselves may not even fully understand it. I do see them in an energy of pulling back from you with solitude being here, but they've got their pride and ego like really flared up right now. So I'm not certain that this person is fully aware of what it is that's actually triggering them, because it feels like they just kind of put up their defenses and pull back when they're triggered versus like kind of sitting with it and trying to understand what it is that's bothering them. So let's kind of move into the tarot and see what else we can get. So Spirit, how does group two's person truly feel about my group number two viewers? Please, truth be told. How does this person truly feel for my group two viewers, please? We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Magician in reverse, okay. Queen of Cups. Six of Swords. Five of Wands. Knight of Swords. And then we've got the Three of Cups in reverse here at the bottom. I'm going to pull just one more oracle card for us. Ooh, oh goodness, my flower. Almost messed it up. All right, Spirit. So how does group two's person truly feel about them at this time? I feel like part of the problem is that this person feels that they're not good enough for you. like financially. We have trials, Sun and Sag. Okay. Ooh, and then we also have the energy of conquest, Sun and Aries here at the bottom of the deck. This person maybe like pursued you as a conquest. I definitely kind of see that vibe here with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. I feel like that's kind of showing me the dynamic between you and your person, where like you're this beautiful, loving, warm, compassionate energy, and this person may feel love for you or like admiration for you, right? There could be deep feelings here from them. But with the Knight of Swords, their energy is very different. It's more mental, it's more impulsive, it's quick, right? Like in and out, and also like very disconnected from their heart space, right? So while they feel like very drawn to your Queen of Cups energy, I also think that it triggers them because of this inner child stuff that they have going on. And with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like another issue, another trigger that this person has is that they're not good enough for you, right? Because the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is like kind of when we're not at our financial best, or we're not like an independent person in our lives, right? Like they might feel, you know, good being in your presence with the Six of Swords, because it's like you have this very calming and stabilizing presence for them. You kind of pull them away from their troubles, or know how to like walk them through or talk them through their problems and their issues. But at the core, I think this person is deeply insecure and doesn't feel like they're enough. They don't feel that they measure up to you and what you have to offer. Okay. It's possible that this person has been a little bit of a player as well, especially with this Three of Cups in reverse. It just kind of seems like we've got a guy here. We've got multiple options here. Maybe this person kind of was a little impulsive or indulgent with you. If it's not that they've been a player, then I don't know that they treated your energy with the most care and consideration. Group 2, this definitely feels like a dynamic where like you had a lot more to offer than they did in return, right? The Three of Cups in reverse can kind of be like a hookup gone wrong, or like we used to be friends and now we've fallen out, or it's just kind of a more casual surface level connection here. And I don't know, I think that they view you as this beautiful Queen of Cups, and I just don't see that they were able to show up for you with the same level of emotional intelligence that you had for them. This could have also been a long distance connection too, with the Sun in Sagittarius and trials here. Like maybe part of why this has been on and off or in and out is because this person lives at a distance. The other thing though is like Sagittarian energy. It likes to explore. It likes to be expansive. It likes to be free. It doesn't mean that it can't commit and be faithful, but I just feel like this person with this Knight of Swords, they like their freedom. They like to kind of come and go as they please. They're not the most connected to their heart space. And so while they feel like this attraction to you and they like to kind of be in your energy and experience your energy, I think they also like their solitude, their personal time, you know? We also have the Magician in reverse with the Five of Wands. So this person, I think when they are around you, they're a bit performative. Again, I do get a little bit of a player energy. Somebody who doesn't really feel that great about themselves, but they will put on a front like they do. And I don't know, I do think they probably have a lot of options or a lot of admirers here that they like to, flirt with or whatever. But it's like they picked you. Your energy seems a lot more stable and steady and grounded than some of the other energies they've been connecting with, right? Like, do we see how these women are kind of performing and like doing the most to get this guy's attention? But he's laser focused in on this more calm, stable presence, which kind of aligns with that Queen of Cups. They were very drawn to you because you're different than what they're used to. So let's keep going. We're going to go in with my deck, the Empowered Emotions Oracle, next to get some additional insight into how they feel about you. I'll have a full flip through of this, you guys, at the end of the reading, timestamp. So if you want to see all the cards, you can definitely see them there. Yeah, nurtured. They feel like really, you guys provided them with a lot of care and empathy. So how does this person truly feel, Spirit, about my group 2 viewers? We have jealous. Interesting. Maybe you're the one that has a lot of options. I don't know. They definitely don't like the thought of you being with someone else. That's for sure. But with it coming up over that Nine of Pentacles, a part of me feels like this person might also be kind of jealous over like what you have or like your resources, your independence. We have trust. Yeah, that's beautiful. But see, then we also have deceit here at the bottom. They're not somebody who's honest with themselves or with you. So how do they feel? They definitely don't like to see you with someone else. And I also think like there's something about like if you are someone who is like financially independent, or maybe you're with someone who is now, like if you guys are with someone new, they definitely don't feel like they measure up to you. And I don't think they love the idea of you being with someone else, even though they're not clearly trying to claim you. If you're with someone else, they are not loving that. Group 2. Just got to say. Anxious energy. They feel a lot of anxiety. This person is in their head so much with that Knight of Swords. They definitely, one thing I'll say, group 2, is like, don't let this person's behavior like make you feel that you're less than or devalue you, because with this beautiful Queen of Cups and trust, like this person knows what you are. Like they see you for the beautiful, compassionate person that you are. They knew that they can trust you. They know they can trust you because you are emotionally stable and emotionally intelligent, and the support, the way that you support them, that feels really good to them. They are just kind of in a place where they're not fully able to measure up to your light at this time. I think they have a lot of anxiety over like showing up well for you. I think they have a lot of anxiety over like competing with other suitors for you, or competing for your time, your energy. Okay. So Spirit, for group 2's person, how are they currently viewing this connection right now? How are they currently viewing this connection? We have let's try this. Willing and wants to put in the effort to see where things will go. Okay. We have temporary. The best way to get over the ex or the past is to entertain something new. So you guys might have been like this person's bridge over troubled water. In a way, like with that Six of Swords, maybe you guys kind of helped them heal through a breakup, but they weren't reliable, you know, and they weren't able to reciprocate that to you, that loving energy that you provided. We have true love. Oh my gosh, you guys. So like they know who you are and they know what you are. They see you. Maybe you guys were friends first and now the friendship has been compromised because of the way this person behaved. But yeah, like there's a part of this person that does want to put in the effort to see where things will go because they see that you're this beautiful, loving person. And I do think on some level they do have love for you, group 2. But I would just be cautious here because it feels like what's really driving this let's try this is the fear of losing you, right? Like there's more of this fear of you being with someone else, this anxiety over competition that might be driving them back around to you in some form or fashion soon. It's not that they're actually really ready to rise up to your level and be able to reciprocate with you in a relationship. Like they just don't want anyone else to have you. And I think they're afraid of missing their chance. And there is still an element of this person healing from the past that's also driving this as well. So it's very like two things can be true at once, right? Like they can hold space for you and have love for you and trust you and see you as this beautiful energy that they would like to build with, but they can also at the same time be having issues with needing to heal, self-confidence, jealousy, maybe even long distance is an issue here too, right? Like I almost kind of get the sense that this person really chased after you, and then once they got intimacy from you, they were like, bye, you know? And now they're kind of regretful over how they acted. So let's see, group 2, what would this person say to you if they were being truthful about their feelings? Whew. I have the chills. That's like new for me. I've been getting chills in my readings. I feel like it's confirmation. Okay. We've got oversight. I know I made a huge mistake. So they definitely know that they screwed up. They are aware. We have telepathy. You're never far from my mind. Yeah, you're in their head a lot with that anxious energy and that Knight of Swords. They're definitely in their head about you. We have goals. I'm working towards a better future, which makes sense, right? Like I do feel, and look, this came up in group 1 too. I've thought about reaching out to you, but then I stopped myself. So it's not that they're not thinking of you, group 1 or group 2. They are thinking about you. With that 9 of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like this person doesn't feel good enough for you right now. And so I wouldn't be surprised if one of the things that they're working on behind the scenes is like career, financial matters, like getting that stuff together too. Especially if they got out of something where their finances were intertwined with someone else, you know. They're trying to kind of build themselves back up to being an independent person again. But yeah, this is kind of what I see for their feelings. I hope this gave you guys the clarity that you were looking for. As I mentioned, there will be a full flip through of the deck, timestamped in the description box down below. So if any of you guys want to see the rest of the cards, feel free to head over there. And there'll be a link to where you can purchase if you would like to support. But comment below, you guys. Let me know a little bit about what's happened with your person leading up to this point and how you felt this reading resonates. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Aqua Obsidian and the Wild Reflections Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're looking into your person's feelings for you, Belente F, and today we're like specifically going to focus in on a no contact situation or no to low contact situation. So let's go ahead and jump in, group 3. So I'm going to start by looking into where this person stands energetically with regard to your connection, okay? So group 3. Spirit, where does this person stand energetically with regard to their connection with group 3? Ooh, we've got spring. Okay. And we have received. And we also have ascending here. Okay, cool. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is kind of like preparing to re-engage with you in a different way, group 3, because I feel like they want a new beginning. And I think they're signaling that they know that you want this new beginning as well, because they're kind of putting a hand up and saying, I've received your message. But I still think there's a little bit of an element of them not being fully ready to re-engage with you the way that you would like to engage with them. The cool thing about their energy with ascending is that they are moving through an awakening here. They are seeing this connection from a new and different perspective. Maybe they've just kind of learned a lesson or had a realization about this situation that they didn't have before. And there kind of is this desire to offer you something, or maybe you guys have offered them something and they're like, yep, I see it. Give me a minute, right? I think that's kind of what they're saying energetically here. So really interesting. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how they're feeling about you. So Spirit, for group 3, how does this person truly feel about my group 3 viewers? Please, Spirit. What are their true feelings for my group 3 viewers? Okay, so we've got the 10 of Swords in reverse. They're still kind of recovering from something here. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we've also got Justice here. Clarifying this 10 of Swords in reverse, please, Spirit. How do they truly feel? The 2 of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull one more oracle card to start us off. So Spirit, help us understand this person's true feelings toward group 3. We've got desire. This is the moon in Cancer. That's beautiful energy. And then we have dreams, more Cancer energy, sun in Cancer. So they're thinking of you a lot. They're fantasizing about you a lot. You're not far from their mind. Group 3. And with that sign of Cancer coming up twice, this person can be associating you with like very nurturing energy. Right? Cancer is like maternal energy. It's like home and family energy, comforts. It's very deep emotion. Okay. They may feel really at home with you. And I think they really do have a strong desire for you, to connect with you in a very comfortable and, like a very comfortable way. They want to feel comfortable rather. But I think that this person, they are still kind of navigating a healing period here. And I think that they do have this intention of a new beginning with you. It's possible maybe the spring season could be significant. So whenever, wherever you live, whenever it starts to turn to spring, when flowers are blooming, it could be that that's the timeline in which this energy picks up a little bit more with your person. Again, we're in no to low contact here. It doesn't have to be spring though. Spring really just talks about like a metaphorical rebirth. So I think this person is kind of like coming out of a winter season here as it pertains to this connection. But they're still not fully ready to like re-engage with you just yet in a meaningful way. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse with the Two of Wands in reverse. So again, coming out of a period of like trials or tribulations or like, rock bottom, overthinking things, something big that this person has experienced. And so I think because they've been through a lot of mental anguish here, they're still a little hesitant around expansion with you. I also feel like this person views you as this beautiful Queen of Pentacles rather. So you're somebody who is like stable and like hardworking. And I think they see you as being like very creative and diligent in whatever it is that you do. Maybe some of you guys are like homemakers or mothers or wives, or like maybe you're their wife. I don't know. Could be any situation like viewing this reading, but they definitely view you as like this very stable and confident and hardworking presence in their life. And with the Six of Wands in reverse, I just kind of feel like right now they're not really feeling like they measure up to you. Right? This person is struggling with low confidence, low energy. I feel maybe not low energy because we have the Knight of Wands here, but it's definitely like a low confidence energy that I see, where they don't necessarily feel like they measure up to your light, or maybe right now they feel like you guys don't really see them or acknowledge them in the way that they would like you to. Okay. So they've just been carrying a lot with this Ten of Swords reverse and this Ten of Wands reverse. I think this person has been really feeling burdened over something in their life, maybe this connection or other matters. And so while they would like to have this fresh start with you, I think they're kind of trying to go about it slow and steady. Now, this is where things get kind of interesting with your person, because we have a lot of this desire here with the Knight of Wands. So I think they're really attracted to you. I'm looking at the way this guy is looking at his dog, like how they're looking into each other's eyes. Like there's something here, I think, about loyalty. Because when I think of like a dog, I think of loyalty, right? Not that this person is looking at you like you're a dog. No, but like we're taking the example as a metaphor, okay? It's like maybe this person is feeling with the Justice card like they need to make something right because of loyalty that they owe you, or loyalty that you've shown to them. And the Knight of Wands is kind of a more impulsive energy where they would like want to rush in and fix it. But I think that this person, even though the Knight of Wands is traditionally like a very quick, fast-moving energy, there's like a concern here about sustainability and balance, right? So they might be kind of tempering their impulses a little bit when it comes to you right now, group 3, where it's like, it's not that they don't want to charge toward you, because I feel like they're very attracted to you. They have a lot of passion for you. There's definitely something here about loyalty that this person feels toward you, or that you've shown toward them, that they really, like, I think it really lights them up inside. But it's like they're trying to take a more balanced, accountable approach with justice, okay? So let's keep going. We're going to look with the Empowered Emotions Oracle next, just to kind of see, this is my deck, just to kind of see what else we can get about their feelings for you. As I mentioned in the intro, I'll have a full flip through of this deck, timestamped in the description box down below, in case you guys want to see the rest of the cards. And there'll be a link to purchase one as well in the description if you would like to do that. So Spirit, what are their true emotions for group 3, please? We have disinterested. Okay. What are their true emotions towards group 3? We have surprised. And we have heartbroken. Wow. That's a lot of mixed energy. And then we've got anxious here. So they could be feeling a little guilty or anxious about something as it pertains to this connection. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel like whenever this person first met you or started connecting with you, maybe they didn't fully know that you were going to be someone so expansive, or it's almost like they didn't want to kind of move forward with exploring this connection. And I do think there is still like an element of that right now. Again, with received, it feels like they are navigating through a difficult period right now. And so they're kind of just saying, confirming, like, I'm not really interested in a lot of expansive energy with you yet because I'm still healing. However, it's like something about you continuously surprises them. And I don't know if it's just like the way you show up so stable and, you know, so responsible, or like the way that you, like the loyalty energy, like there's always something about you that kind of keeps this person on their toes a little bit. I don't think that they ever thought that somebody like you would be turned out to be the way that you were, if that makes sense. Like, we go from such a stark contrast between no and yes, like disinterested and like, whoa, that pile 3 brings a lot of flavor into my life, right? But it's interesting with this heartbroken card coming up over the Justice card and the Knight of Wands. Like, this person has been carrying a lot of heaviness with that 10 of Swords in reverse, the 10 of Wands in reverse. Maybe they've just broken up with someone, or they've been dealing with a lot of pain in their life behind the scenes, mental anguish, things that you guys might not know a lot about, maybe legal matters for some of you. But regardless of what it is, they're still hurting. And I think they're coming out of that period of winter season and ready for a new beginning in the way that they interact with you, but they still need a little bit more time, okay? So what else, Spirit, what does this person feel about the connection itself? Like, how do they view the status of this connection? How does group 3 view the status of this connection? One-sided. This connection is not balanced. Something needs to be addressed. I think that's like part of the issue here. It's like, I feel like you guys, from their perspective, are giving a lot more than they're able to reciprocate at this time, because they're kind of holding up their hand and saying no right now. We have just chill. You're the one. But I also think that this kind of speaks to, well, yeah, in a way, I think you guys do stand out to this person as very special in a way with surprise, but it's also kind of speaking to their vibe here. You know what I mean? Like, they're just trying to be chill because they don't feel super confident. They don't feel like they're like on your level, you know, with that 6 of Wands reversed. We have taken, wanting to make things official. So that's interesting. So how they view this connection, they're definitely recognizing that things aren't balanced right now, that you're giving more than they are. They recognize that their energy's been a little lower than yours, I think due to confidence issues here. They're wanting to, again, come back forward with something with justice that feels a little more responsible, a little more accountable. Maybe for some of you, they do want to take things to the next level of commitment with you. That's going to be different depending on everybody's situation. Regardless, though, justice is like a commitment to something that's more than what it was before, okay? And it's being driven by this passionate energy of the Knight of Wands, this loyal energy of the Knight of Wands. Just know, you guys, that sometimes the Knight of Wands is not the most stable. This person is still showing as being a bit emotionally fragile. So even when they do kind of circle back around and re-engage with you in this more kind of committed or dedicated way, or like accountable way, keeps coming to mind, I don't know that it's going to be fully sustainable over time, right? I think they're coming back around because they think they need to do the right thing by you. But there's also like a lot of healing that this person still needs to work through. They're still not feeling confident in themselves, and they're still kind of like offloading emotional burdens here, okay? So let's see what this person might say to you, group 3, if they were being honest about their feelings. We've got understanding. You're the only person who truly gets me. I think that surprised them, like how much you guys really see them. You know what I mean? For the good and the bad. We have mute. I've thought about reaching out to you, but I stopped myself. This is so funny because this has shown up in every single one of these readings. And it's just so interesting. We're doing low to no contact, and like in every single one, they want to reach out, but then they don't. We also have beloved. You're an angel. Yeah, it's like they really adore you guys. They think really highly of you. They admire you. So this is what I'm seeing for you, group 3. Comment below. Definitely kind of let me know what's been happening, you know, between you and your person leading up to this point. Again, if you guys want to take a look at the deck, I'll have the timestamp in the description box down below so you can see the full walkthrough. But yeah, comment below. Let me know what's been happening with your person and how this reading resonates. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in another reading soon. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome to the deck preview for my Empowered Emotions Oracle by me, Empowered Gems Tarot. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about the deck, and then I'm going to mute myself and flip through all the cards so that you all can see all of the cards that are included here. So you can see we have this really beautiful holographic trim. The deck is going to come just shrink wrapped, no outer packaging. It's 70 cards total. You can use it either on its own as an oracle deck, or you can use it combined with your tarot cards, just like what I demonstrated for you guys in the pick a card reading today. And really the goal behind this deck is to help you to not only connect to the emotions of others like we did in this pick a card, but to also be able to connect to your own emotions and do exploration there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and speed this up a little bit, and I will take you through each card that is in this deck.